Hello everyone, and welcome to my guide on is it a prepositional or a participial phrase. We're going to be talking about whether or not something is a prepositional or a participial phrase, as you may well know. So let's go ahead and start with these two. The cow is jumping over the moon, and the dragon is breathing fire at the night, as you can tell. So, is this a prepositional or a participial phrase? Which one are these two? So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what's the difference between these two. Because most of you might be wondering, hey, what the heck is a participial and what the heck is a preposition? So, Keith Paulette says that a participial phrase is a group of words, not a complete sentence, that is made up of a present participle or past participle. Participial phrases act like adjectives because they give more information about a noun or pronoun. So let's just go ahead and take a look at these and the differences between them. So, some examples of this would be pretending to be grandma. So the wolf is pretending to be grandma so that he can go ahead and eat her and, well, eat Little Red Riding Hood. So what is he doing? He is pretending. ing is what it's ending with, so it means that it is a present participle. And as such, it's going to go ahead and modify the wolf, telling us what he's doing. So he is pretending to be grandma so that he can go ahead and eat Little Red Riding Hood. And I saved up for this presentation. So you can see I'm saving up in this picture right here in my little piggy bank. But the saved is a past participle because it ends with ed. So present participles end with ing, and past participles end with ed, as you can go ahead and see. So, how do you create a participial phrase, and what are some variations on it? So, the participle would be laughing, guffawing, chuckling, snickering. These are all present participles. And the participle plus the noun is laughing a laugh, stirring the batter, bouncing plates. Participial plus an adverb would be laughing uncontrollably, because uncontrollably is modifying laughing, chortling quietly, because quietly is how you're chortling, and snickering snidely, which is how you're snickering. So laughing a laugh is actually modifying a laugh. Stirring batter is modifying batter. Balancing plates is modifying plates. So you can see that things can modify and be modified by participles. Participles plus a prepositional phrase would be laughing like a loon, chortling behind her handkerchief, snickering with his best friend. So the like a loon is going ahead and modifying laughing. Chortling behind her handkerchief is where she's doing it, so she's going to be modifying chortling. Snickering with his best friend is going to be going ahead and modifying snickering because it's who he's with. And this is all by Keith Paulette. He's one of the best people to go ahead and take a look at. I'm also taking this all from Teaching Grammar Through Writing, Activities to Develop Writer's Craft in All Students, Ages and Grades 4 through 12, by Keith Paulette. Keith Paulette also says that a prepositional phrase is a group of words that is made up of a preposition plus an object. Prepositional phrases usually act like nouns, adjectives, or adverbs. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Into the ark. So, Noah here is going ahead and getting all of his animal friends to go into the ark. So, into the ark would be the preposition because it's telling us where the animals are going. In the gym, the man bent the piece of iron. So, where's the man? In the gym. What is he doing? Bending a piece of iron. But what is the preposition? In the gym, because we want to know where he's at and what he's doing. So, the where he's at is in the gym, and that's exactly what we're taking a look at here. So, let's go ahead and take a look at how to create a prepositional phrase. Let's go ahead and delete that because that's a little bit messy. So, a noun plus a preposition can go ahead and be a preposition, a verb plus a preposition, and a preposition plus a predicate can be a preposition. So let's go ahead and take a look at a noun plus a preposition. So the dog jumped. The dog jumped, I don't know, under the bed because he was scared. So, dog and under the bed. So, or the dog was under the bed. Let's go ahead and do that instead. The dog was under the bed, because under the bed is where the dog is. So a verb plus a preposition. Um, Laughing into your hands. So laughing would be the verb, and into your hands would be the preposition. So, and then a preposition plus a predicate. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because it's actually a different type of a sorry. It's actually a different type of a preposition because the preposition acts as a subject. So let's go ahead and say, in the giant's fisted hand was the key to the treasure chamber. So in the giant's fisted hand is the preposition. Is the key to the treasure chamber is the predicate, because we want to know where the key is. However, the key is not the subject. The fisted hand, the giant's fisted hand is. However, it is in the giant's fisted hand, which means that it's a prepositional phrase. So preposition can either be a noun, as we can go ahead and go back here. It can act like a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. So let's go ahead and identify the difference between a prepositional and a participial phrase. So if it ends with ing or ed, what is it? If you guessed that it's a participial phrase, you're correct, because it ends with ed or ing, and it is also a participial. A participle. A participle, as you well know, is a verb that ends with ing or ed, signifying when it was being done. And when it acts like a noun, an adjective, or an adverb, we've just gone over this, it is a preposition. Preposition can act like a noun, an adjective, or an adverb, and usually tells us where everything is being done. So let's go ahead and look at some examples. I'm going to go ahead and use my highlighter here, and I'm going to use green to go ahead and signify if it's a preposition, and I'm going to use pink to signify if it's a participial. So I went swimming under the Gate Bridge. So under the Golden Gate Bridge is what I'm highlighting here, and it is a preposition. I'm highlighting it in green. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Green is preposition. And I said pink. Pink is participial. There we go. All right, so go back to my highlighter here. I went swimming under the Golden Bridge, under the Golden Gate Bridge. So, under the Golden Gate Bridge is telling me where I went swimming at. But does it also not have a participle? I went swimming. Swimming would be your participial because I went swimming would be your participle phrase because you are doing the act of swimming. Under the Golden Gate Bridge tells us where. Amused, I guffawed at the movie. So, I guffawed tells us what we're doing, and it is also a participial. At the movie is where we're doing it. The woman who is picking her nose is my wife. So, the woman who is picking her nose is my wife. Who is picking her nose would be a participial because it is modifying my wife. And also the woman. Well, the woman is actually modifying my wife as well. I keep my keys in the cookie jar. In the cookie jar is where I keep my keys. And it is a preposition because it's telling us exactly where we're keeping the keys. I threw my plate across the room. It had a spider on it. I threw my plate is not a... Hold on. That's not a preposition. The preposition is across the room because it's telling us exactly where I am throwing it. So over the goalpost is also telling us where the ball flew. The ball flew over the goalpost having been kicked by me. So having been kicked by me is actually a participial phrase as well because it's modifying this over here, the ball. Having been kicked by me. flew over the goalpost. You can go ahead and say it either way. But it doesn't change the fact that it had been kicked by me and it flew over the goalpost. Over the goalpost being the preposition because it's telling us where, and it's telling us how and why by having the participle right here. So, I went swimming under the Golden Gate Bridge. I went swimming being what's being done, and under the Golden Gate Bridge being that. Amused, I guffawed at the movie, as you can tell. So prepositional phrases, honestly, in all honesty, they tell us where. And we're always concerned with where with prepositional phrases because prepositions tell us exactly what's being done where. So if it's being done under the bed or on top of the bed or over the bed or above the bed or beside the bed, then we know exactly where it's being done. Participial phrases tell us why or how. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Some participles would be filled with wonder, the dwarf looked into the sky. So we know how the dwarf looked into the sky now. Or groaning and moaning, the dragon complained about a toothache. So now I know why the dragon is complaining about a toothache, or how he's complaining about the toothache. He's groaning and moaning. So why and how are the questions that are answered by participles, and prepositions answer the question of where. Thank you very much for watching this video on what's the difference between prepositional and participial phrases. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and follow the link below. It'll lead to my website. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Again, thank you for watching.